And hello, and welcome to Alex Connect Sandbox MTG Study session 36. My name is Alex, and what's next? Yeah, let's continue studying Magic the Gathering. So today I'm actually playing, we're going to study Magic Duels, and today's session is going to be a little bit different. Instead of playing, I think I kind of want to go through all Magic Duels cards and like pumped up my, or at least make my meta game skill a little bit better. So meta game is just basically the knowledge, overall knowledge about specific information, like what type of cards, particular sets having, what type of decks usually like players creating, and etc. So it's definitely going to make our games a little bit more interesting, and because of this I kind of want to spend a little bit more time on actually learning this, because again, starting from Magic the Gathering, like when Magic Duels was out, I not necessarily spent time to actually learning what cards Magic the Gathering, Magic Duels like has. So I think it's time to actually spend a little bit more time on learning all these all these cards, because again, I definitely will be opening them a lot of times. Like, it's definitely going to take me probably not one, not three, like numeral whatever. So it's just basically going to take me a lot of time opening all these cards, and actually only after I'm going to open them, knowing them, how they work, it's not very good thing. So instead, let's just actually go through all Magic the Gathering cards, or at least in Magic Duels, and learn them by a type of card. So I'm going to start probably with instants, then I'm going to go into sorceries, and then I'm going to go, no, first it's going to be instants, then probably, maybe sorceries or enchantments. So just to make my overall knowledge about cards in this game better, because again, I want to predict what opponent is going to have potentially in his deck, like considering what type of colors this player is playing. So kind of interesting thing. So yeah, we have two quests. We have two matched versus battles. We need to cast 15 black or red spells in matched versus battles. Again, since I'm not planning on playing, I think instead let's just actually spend time on going through the card collection. Maybe I will play one game, we'll see. So, okay, so I think it's a smarter thing to do first is actually sort them by the way, there are no filters that could allow us to do particular things. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't filter by, we only can filter by sets, unfortunately, which is not very good thing though. Ideally, I would want to filter them by instants and sorceries, but the only place that we can do this is in Deck Builder. Which is kind of problematic, because ideally I would want to actually sort them out. So you tell me we need to actually learn it by sets? It's not a very good thing, I guess. Oh, shame. It's a shame. Because ideally I would want to, for instance, learn all instants, then all sorceries, then enchantments, auras, then creatures, then planeswalkers, and if Magic had this opportunity to actually sort them in here, it would be much cooler. Unfortunately, it doesn't, but I think that to make this a little bit easier, let's then sort them by color, because since we can't sort by type of cards in here, sorting by sets, it's not going to help us at all, because I kind of want to like learn the overall thing. So let's just actually learn them by colors. I think we're going to start with we're going to start with the Eldrazi color, or I don't know how this color actually calls, because we have least amount of them, which could be a good thing. And see what these cards are. Okay. In order to make this a little bit faster, I think I'm not going to focus too much on what cards are doing instead of what type of abilities they having. So I'm going to mostly search for a particular thing. So for instance, I'm going to see what cards gives you the ability, for instance, draw card on discard card. So I'm basically going to aim on something like that usually people build in decks upon particular abilities. So I'm going to focus on those because if I'm going to read every card, it's going to take me forever. So I'm going to see for like keywords: drawing card, exiling card, or target creature, putting counters, counter spells, discarding cards, drawing cards, as I said before. Yeah, so these type of abilities, of course. So okay, right here we have the ability of drawing cards and make target creature unblockable. Okay, menace, counter. Okay, debuffer and buffer at the same time. Drawing card. Because, like, again, overall, why I'm doing this, I just want to have a little bit more and like better understanding what type of colors could represent a particular abilities. So, for instance, if I'm seeing that player is playing this land, it means that he or she has something that could potentially create problems. So I'm going to search for trample, things like just overall to understand what type of cards I could encounter in these type of matches. For instance, like energy counters in here, an additional. Of course, I'm not going to remember all of them, but just like going through them, it's going to be a good thing because like I'm going to be a little bit more familiar with them. Again, ideally it would be awesome if actually right here we could sort them by instants and sorceries and whatever. By the way, desert is kind of works with the particular cards. There are cards that actually could trigger the fact that the desert whatever. Okay, artifact searchers, counters, damage dealers. So for the most part, cards of this color usually have pretty versatile abilities. So, but there's no double strike, there's no first strike, there's no flying. For the most part, this color represents just like additional strengths, putting a couple of counters, Eldrazi's Prawns, or Science, I don't know how to properly call them. Yeah, drawing card, discarding card, couple of menace abilities. There's no unbound cards here, so basically these type of cards are pretty restricted. So if we are going to encounter this color, it means that we could be safe, at least from flyers, from first strikes, double strikes, and etc., which is a good thing. Let's go through artifacts, or colored cards. Okay, these cards of course much more versatile. They have Embalm, they have Fabricate, which works with artifacts. No, with creatures, put one on counter. Colors serve artifact, yeah, works with artifacts. Energy counters, so improvise, again, artifacts. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Again, this just makes things create faster play. Ability, okay, vigilance, Potal Gratis Browns or science, I still don't know how to properly call it. So crew ability for the most part in artifacts, of course. What else we have? Haste, of course equipments, which could give almost anything from just single additional strength or attack to creatures, to giving them a particular abilities like flying, a couple of damage dealers. So yeah, the cool thing about artifacts, I think they are super versatile, so they actually have probably everything in them. So they could like cut your costs for the particular card. They could make the opponent lose life and gain life. You can gain lives with them. They can work with scrying abilities. There are reachers there, defenders here, exilers, no, token haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact. Okay, it's not necessarily exiler. Again, energy counters, regular cards. I guess I'm not going to zoom them in. I think it's pretty understandable what's in here to make this a little bit faster, because if I'm going to zoom in, it's going to be super long. So equipped creature, again, just a regular equipment. So this thing gives artifacts +1/+1. Another equipper that gives menace, crew, vigilance, emerge, which I forgot what it's doing. You may cast the spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the emerge cost, reducing by that creature's converted mana cost. Okay, cool. And also trample and haste. Yeah, super crazy. Okay, crew, multiplier, emerge, flash. Oh, we actually have a flash artifact in here. Interesting. Oh, I actually have this one. Pretty cool. Flyer, potential flyer, energy counters, scryer, emerge, flash again, trample. For the most part, it's like when I'm talking about creatures, it's not necessarily a helpful thing to study these type of elements because there's a lot of creatures. Ideally, the cards that could actually change the game drastically, for the most part, and these type of cards is pretty hard to predict, is instants. And some type of sorceries or enchantments. So these are the only cards that I probably would search for in terms of like learning them. But again, we don't have the ability to sort this way, unfortunately, so I kind of need to go through all cards. Again, emerge, fabricate, flying, energy counters, a can't attack or block, so attack or block preventer. Exiler, again, exile all creatures with power 5 or greater. Menace, crew, improvise. Again, what's improvise does? Your artifact can cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays 1. Can attack is shown in favor. Yeah, vigilance, reproducer, or reproductor. Draw a card. Not that many cards in artifacts that actually allow you to draw cards. Haste. Discard your hand. Okay, equipment just makes creature a little bit stronger. What else we have here? Again, cost reducer. Specifically black for black creatures with tokens, crew, defender, reach, life gainer, energy counters, crew. It's like I've already been here though. Am I? Oh, come on. You tell me that I already get through these cards. I guess I am. Okay, Vigilance, Trample, Haste. Yeah, I think from artifacts you can expect anything. Flying, Vigilance, Crew. Cost reducers. Card discarders. Emerge. Crew, Emerge. Scryer. Not that many flyers though, but for the most part, I guess Thopters in here are flyers for the most part. Reducers and couple of Transformers, Death Touch, Cost Reducers again, Trample, Haste, Discarders, Energy Counters, Emerge again, Crew, adding Mana Pool, Flyers, Energy Counters, Crew again, Library Searchers, Card Drawers, Scryers. Again, just looking through all cards to figure out like overall what these cards are capable of in order to give a little bit of advantage in predicting the opponent's moves depending on what type of color or what type of deck he or she is playing. Because again, I don't have this information at all, like my metagame skills are awful. Which makes playing games pretty hard, like it's not that easy because you can't predict that much. Okay, pretty big equipments that works with humans. Again, servo producers, flying, haste for each creature, skulk. Again, artifacts are pretty versatile, so like when we talk about artifacts, they probably, you could expect everything or anything from artifact decks. There's a bunch of things in here that could create pretty versatile deck, which kind of creates, it's much harder to create some type of synergy. You need to go with a specific ability, I guess, like crew or something that works with crew, like producing a bunch of tokens for them to use this crew ability. Or equipments decks. Yeah, we're almost done with artifacts. Although right here could be, no, there's no colored cards in here. Multicolored cards. In terms of a lands, couple of zombie producers, Thopters, energy counters, emerge. This is a creature. Yeah. Okay, let's go through the. I rarely playing against red decks or green decks. For the most part, people playing either blue decks. So these three colors are, for the most part, are most dominant. I rarely see people playing in Magic Duels with these things in them. So let's just quickly go through the most powerful, probably. The white color. For some reason, white decks usually seem pretty strange, just pretty strong. Okay, reproducers, energy counters, flyers, exilers, hate this one. Enchantments, because when player puts this one, it's pretty hard to go against it. Vehicle producers, and the same like flyers, drawing card. How many cards though? Oh, it's going to be a long 260. For the most part, the bunch of enchantments here, and cards that work with enchantments. Of course, angels. Couple of escalate things in here. Flying, vigilance and bomb. Damage preventer? No, this is token reproducer. Cards that work with equipment. Again, escalade. Pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first, so you can play 2 by paying 5 mana instead of 3, playing both, or choose one and play this. Rarely see this used in the play again. Actually, no way. Maybe people just not digging this ability. Flying, vigilance. Flying, yeah, there's a bunch of flyers in here, which is kind of a strange thing because usually blue decks are packed with flyers, but white decks, I guess, have a lot of flyers too. Lifelink, a couple of flash cards in here, which is pretty interesting because before that, flash cards were exclusive for blue decks. Now they are everywhere. It's pretty hard to predict or particular color abilities. And again, Magic is growing. Again, escalate. Again, destroyers, which is pretty interesting for the white decks. Like, I remember destroyers were only in black decks, now destroyers everywhere, which just kind of makes things in terms of like predicting a particular play much harder. Again, life gainers, energy counters, renown. Yeah, this session is definitely going to be a strange one. Like, I'm just going to go through these cards and maybe I will even play but I think we need to play at least one game, or it's not going to be a session in particular. Landfall, flying, investigate, destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. So yeah, again, ideally I would search for specifically some sorceries and instants, because only these type of cards are actually could create a lot of problems, and enchantments, of course. So again, yeah, let's just not like pay attention to creatures, and to make that faster, I'm just going to pay attention for sorceries, enchantments, auras, and all these type of cards, because again, if I'm going to look up through all creatures, it's going to take forever. The exile target creature and other creature control with the same name. Yeah, remember this one. 3 damage. Oh, come on, damage dealer in white deck. You gotta be kidding me. Destroy all creatures with a power 3 or greater. Untap target creature. Prevent all damage. Cycling. Buffer, damage preventer, topper and topper, or topper. Okay, what is this? Enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent control. Oh, exiler. The subject target effect or enchantment with converted mana costs 4 or less. Of course, damage dealer. Couple of planeswalkers here and there. 2 Gideons. For the most part, I know what Gideons does, or all Gideons do. Couple of fabricate abilities. Again, I don't expect that going through them once like this, will pump up my knowledge about all cards in Magic, but still, at least knowing something like, or seeing it for the once, it will definitely, if I will encounter this type of card in the game, I will remember it. Enter the battlefield, exile target creature, Night Reproducers. Okay, this one Spell Mastery, Buffer. This one Awesome Thing, constantly using it. Creature Enhancer or Enchanter. Creatures you control, +1, +0 and indestructible. Pretty interesting. 1 damage to target blocking creature. Damage dealers in here, just for the most part, multicolor things. Toppers and toppers. Land cards. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature with powers 3 or less. Return target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is interesting. Destroyers, or yeah, for the most part, destroyers. Oh, this is actually a pretty interesting card. So enchanted creature can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. Pretty interesting. And bomb. Destroy target tapped creature. Support 2. Again, support. Put 1/1 counter on each up to 2 target creatures when you cast it. Draw a card. Not that many card drawers in here. For the most part, I guess, like blue decks are constantly working with drawing cards. There's still specialities for this specific color, but for the most part, like, you can build like monocolor deck and make it pretty versatile now. Create 3 colorless servos, artifact tokens. Yeah, this is definitely going to take me a lot of time. Yeah, I guess I will go through next color in the next session, because, or actually we'll go through these things outside of streams. I don't know, I will think about that, because for the most part it's just looking at cards, analyzing them, trying to memorize what they're doing and all these things. Hello, Tamio. Never saw her in the game. Revolt. At the beginning of your end step, if permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, create one-on-one serve or artifact. Yeah, Revolt is one of the abilities that I definitely need to learn how to work with, because I don't have that much cards with Revolt ability. Flyers in here. Again, we've gone into the multicolored cards, or gold ones, which kind of makes things a little bit more versatile. They probably have everything in them: exile abilities, discard abilities, sacrifice abilities, and etc. It's pretty versatile. Okay, yeah, let's just go right away through the match, because yeah, it's not very entertaining to see these things. Let's hope that we will play at least one game and cast a lot of black or red spells. So that means that in order to do this, I need to choose a, not story mode again, what type of deck that we're going to play. Don't have red-white deck, unfortunately. Let's go with my Firescape deck. It could be an interesting, because again, this is pretty fast deck to play. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose right away. If I'm going to win, I'm going to win quickly. So, since we don't have that much time. Yeah, after the stream, I'm going to right away stream creative with a little bit of a half an hour break, maybe an hour break, we'll see. So that's why we need to kind of finish this as fast as possible. Yeah, previously, in previous session, I basically lost my rank, which was pretty annoying. Okay, this is pretty good hand. Let's keep it. By the way, let's just make sound a little bit slower, because in this game it's super. Okay, I got additional card, you say? Yeah. Good thing we're actually playing against white deck, or potentially white deck, which I kind of gone through in this session. All white cards. Again, it's pretty capable color. There's a bunch of destroyers there. There's a bunch of supposedly renowned deck. Vigilance abilities, flyers. Didn't saw that much double strikes and first strikes, unfortunately, because usually double strikes and first strikes is the go-to ability for the white decks. I guess it was in previous sets. Right now they're kind of toning it down. I'm going to focus on destroying all cards that he has, or she has. And I'm going to use this one probably later, or not. I actually need to draw a card. No. Let's just skip for now. Rumpy doo boo boo. And continue. You lose, continue. Yeah, with Magic Arena is pretty, like, I thought that they're going to constantly like send emails and beta tests, but like they made their stress tests, and after this they're kind of get quiet. I think they are faced a lot of problems, and now they're actually solving them, because not everything probably go as planned. That's why it's pretty quiet. No streams, no anything. Although it's already the end of the month, and they kind of told us that they will open like the ability to actually play 24/7 starting the end of the month, but I think they run into a bunch of problems, and now they are like waiting for them to resolve. Just play this one. Okay, Flyer. Sacrifice spirit. Creatures you control gaze indestructible. Let's do this right away though. Like, I don't know. Or not. Or yes. Or not. Or yes. Or not. No. Let's just do this instead. Yahoo! I actually have support card in here? Really? Got that I added it. Yeah, game a little bit lagging, which is not a very good thing. So things are not properly working. It could create problems along the way in terms of like reacting. Game is syncing. Probably is going to be potential disconnect. But let's hope it's not. Again, I'm going to attack with both of them, provoke him. If it's not going to be provoking, I'm just going to next turn kill this 2-1. And continue playing. I guess we both were replaced by AIs. Just disconnect. Overall disconnect. Again, right from the beginning, I kind of promised myself I'm not going to stress about learning Magic too, like, I don't know. I have a lot of things to do beside this, and I just want to play Magic and relax. I want it, if I'm going to learn Magic, I want it to be organically. I don't want to force it. So like, I'm just want to learn by playing. Of course, if I'm interested in something, I will put additional effort to learn specific things, but aside of this, I think I'm not going to stress about that much, because again... Okay, this is an interesting situation. Okay, let's do this. I will deal 4 damage to him. I will sacrifice this one and destroy this one. We don't need flyers. And that's kind of it. I will stay in the block. Because like, the problem when you're like playing and streaming, you want to provide quality streams, but at the same time, again, I'm not like gaming streamer. Okay, target attacking creatures get +1/+1. He could buff him though, but if not, I'm going to destroy him, which is a pretty interesting choice. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so you want to provide like quality matches, but I guess if you want to see quality matches, you would rather see a Pro Tour or Grand Prix of Magic instead of seeing how one person is playing game, which not experienced person at all, like just casual player Magic. But at the same time, like, I have like overall goal of actually learning Magic inside out, to not just for the sake of getting good at it, but just for the sake of in the future creating my own tabletop games. So I'm still learning things. I'm still, again, like the thing what I wanted to talk about before is the difference between gamer and or not gamer but player in Magic the Gathering and actually game developer. So you could be a pretty bad player, but you can be a pretty good game developer, because when you're developing these type of games, your brain works a little bit differently. You still need to understand how game is played, of course, and the better you understand the game and the better player you are, probably the better game developer you're going to be, because you're going to see play inside out. Okay, this is a problem. We need to figure out what to do with this one. don't have additional lands to do this. Target creatures. I have only one target creature, unfortunately. I could wait till next turn though. Good thing we're actually playing against AI, I have time to think. So, either I'm gaining control of this card, putting additional counter on it, and it's definitely will be a problem. Or I'm playing this one and this one now, destroying one of those, and keeping this one for the next turn. And yeah, at that point I'm going to have two creatures to put counters on. So I can't put it on one creature, I need to choose between two. Up to two target creatures. This is actually interesting how it's going to work. Let's actually try how it's going to be. No, let's just try it later. I don't want to waste play. Why it's tapped? Oh, because one of these cards are actually making me tapped. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponent controls enter the battlefield tapped. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think first I had to use this one and destroy it, and then play a card. But it kinda doesn't matter because I'm not going to block with it either way, so whatever. And I will attack. This is a fight for who is going to kill whom first. Okay, gained life. So, good. So now let's actually see how this is going to work. I'm going to take control of this one. No, cancel. First, we choose any creature to get +1 counter. We are getting this one and this one given. And I can't choose one creature, so yeah, we need to choose between two. Confirm. And then choose gain control of the creature. We will gain lives, which is a good thing. And we actually will attack pretty strongly. Like, it's actually going to be a pretty strong attack. And I think we will survive. Okay, good. Let's hope for damage dealer in here with this card next turn. Or we are going to draw some type of a damage dealer. Yeah, this is the only way attacking for me to survive. Okay, don't have enough lands for this one unfortunately, but let's hope for damage dealer, at least for 3 mana. Or land. This is land. Okay, whatever. At least next turn we could use this dragon. But will I survive till next turn? This is a question. I definitely need to block 4 on 3, I think. I have blocker for this one, so I guess I'm going to attack. Because I'm not going to destroy him. If I had a couple of damage dealers, I would, but I will attack only this one. Pretty interesting situation though, like I will block 4, 3, probably not going to block 2, 2, we'll see if he's going to attack. Okay, he's attacking with only one of those. I wish I actually could sacrifice this goblin or destroy him and prevent this card to gain lives, which would be a pretty interesting thing to do, but don't have this opportunity unfortunately. Okay, next turn I will play Dragon, which is a good thing. Or Damage Dealer, depending what we're going to have. Yes, +1/+1 until end of the turn. Only attacking creature? Target attacking human. 1 human. Okay, good. We actually can play this one, and we actually could use a landfall. And we could deal 2 damage to target creature or player, which is a good thing, I think. But we need to use it wisely, so 2 damage to target creature or player. If I'm going to play this land and deal 2 damage to him, he's going to have 6 lives. The problem is my guy is going to die next turn on the block phase. It doesn't matter what I'm going to do, like, I think I need to destroy a creature instead. I wish I had a couple of damage dealers though. Could destroy this one. 2 damage, target creature and player instead if land is a mountain. So yeah, let's just destroy. Is this a human? This is Angel Horror. This is Human Knight. Okay, let's destroy this one with the first strike. And deal damage. Oh no. That was unpredictable. Okay, I wasted it. And now I actually, this is a problem. Now I am not going to attack. Because before that I actually wanted to attack. But this is probably a good thing because now my guy with mana is just going to be destroyed. Yeah, I'm going to skip. I hope I will survive a couple of turns and actually I will get a damage dealer or land. And we will get out of the situation. This is definitely the last game, first and the last game. I thought that this game is going to be much faster. Okay. Very long one. I don't know about this, so let's see. He could have buff there. If he has buff, he's just going to destroy me right away. If not, I'm going to destroy him next turn, because he doesn't have flyer blockers. I could risk it though. Let's risk it. Let's hope he doesn't have buffers. Like this. Because if he is, I'm definitely going to die. But this is the only way how I can end this game. Let's just risk it. Hope he's not going to buff it himself. Whew. There is no buff there. Good. Although he gained life. Oh, this is actually a good thing. So, if another red source you control would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals that much damage plus 1 to the permanent or player instead. This is super awesome card for now for us. Now, I guess let's attack with these 2. I'm kinda done though. Like, next turn I'm going to be dead. Or not. If I'm going to stay in block, this is a dilemma. So this one will deal 5 damage, this one will deal 6 damage. Unless she's going to block. I don't have flyers to block this one. Next turn I'm not going to kill it now. I guess there's no point of attacking. Let's just stay in block. Unfortunately. Although, let's attack with this one. Yeah, let's attack with this one. I still can block almost every card out there. There's not that much haste, cards with haste in white decks. Oh no. Flashlight Link. When Chambers enters the battlefield, other humans you control get +1/+1 and life link. Oh, come on. This is crazy. And these are both humans. They are going to actually destroy my guy. But I will kill the guy with the first strike. Oh, I actually destroy both of them because I dealt 1+ damage, which is a good thing. 6. Okay, now I'm definitely going to block. It's no brainer. Yeah. I'm done, I guess. That was a strange game. Yoo-hoo! I have a land! And I don't have the one that actually could help me. I could destroy this one. But not. Yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to attack with all of them. Whatever. Seriously? 3 damage divided as you choose among 1 and 2 target creatures. Yeah, didn't have a chance. AI destroyed me. Okay, I got demoted, I guess, to 10th rank. Again, the highest rank that I got here is 12. Yeah, we almost played all spells. We're gonna have a little bit more time, like maybe 5 minutes. Let's just go and play another game just for the sake of making this quest with playing a bunch of spells. We need to play 3 red spells. Let's do this. Oh, not story mode. Ideally, it would be a better thing if I actually played them against AI, but not the ranked match. But whatever. Maybe I could even win this game. Who knows? Dude, so yeah, again, I just want to play Magic for fun. Like, I don't want to overstress it and spend a lot of time to learning it from the ground up. Although, ideally, if I want to play better, I think in time it will force me to do that. But for now, I just want to play it as it is. Because again, a lot of things to do beside Magic, and I want to relax playing Magic. I don't want to be stressing about how bad my decks are or how bad of a player I am and whatever. Just want to play, learn new things, and when it goes with Magic, I kind of want to go with the flow. Here and there, I will be like probably putting a little bit more time in Magic. Okay, this is interesting. He's going to be 4 and 4 with Menace. You need to block it. Decided not to. Probably has a damage dealer or returner. And ingest. There are some cards with ingest. They could return creatures or destroy creatures with power 4 or 3 more, something like this, by exiling a card from a opponent's graveyard. That's why I think he or she is doing this. That's why we need to be a little bit careful with this. So let's just destroy 1 and 4. I think definitely going to be a theme. Less card with the ingestion this player has, the better for us. In a couple of turns, if I am going to... Okay, a couple of energy counters in here. And again, the same guy that we destroyed before. Ooh, for some reason I'm getting a headache. Like, slowly it's building up. Bruh. Not cool. can't stop her now. So now I guess I'm going to block. Although, like, whenever turtle attacks, you may pay 2. It only works with attacking and continue. And I'm going to continue to press opponent. So I can already played more than 3 spells. So yes, we got the quest, which was the reason behind this additional match. That would be cool if I actually will win this game. But it's kinda uncontrollable at this point. Because I don't know. I have the advantage of some sort, but can't block this one. Okay, we lost this card. It's not a problem, we lost this card. It's just kind of a problem because we could play it pretty cool, but what have I? Okay, let's just slowly destroy our opponent. Transform Chandra. I'm going to play 2 spells. Player left the game. See it coming. And 2 damage to target player and 2 damage to target creature. We are going to deal 2 damage to target player. Although I'm not going to destroy him now. But he needs to block with both of these in order to survive. So kind of what? No! I want to make it player. Why not? Yeah, don't have a choice. Good, now we don't have flyers, which is a good thing. Destroy this guy is much easier than destroy 1-2, so that's why I chose him. And we got another one. Does AI go into attack? Don't think so. Super Fairy. Yahoo! This is going to be awesome. So now I need to think. Although... Oh, I actually will win either way. 2 damage. If they're going to block this one and he's going to die, I'm going to kill him. Oh no. No one's going to kill it. He's going to block with 0-3. It's not going to die. I'm going to lose all of my creatures, mostly. Don't have flyers, unfortunately. Whatever. Both of these. Okay, next turn is definitely going to be mine, because either Chandra will destroy him, or by attacking with both of these. He has enough cards to ingest, so target player draws 2 cards. So I have a bunch of ways to actually destroy him. Let's do this with Chamber. Cool. So yeah, the last game was relatively fast. I played this game in time. We got back 11th rank. We actually won 1 match, which is a good thing. We got this quest. We got extra coins for first match. For first win. This is kind of cool. We still have. We need to we need 20 golds to buy boosters, so we can buy it. So I guess we will keep it for the next session. So yeah, I guess again this session was pretty strange because I kind of wanted to actually spend a little bit more time to learn magic cards, but doing this in a stream, it's not something that kind of works. So yeah, half of the session was spent on just overviewing magic cards, Magic Duels cards, and the other half on playing one strange match where I basically lost, and the other one's pretty strange too, but pretty quick that I actually won. So okay, yeah, I guess on that note we will end this strange session. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, have a nice day or night, and see you in the next session. Bye bye.